Denise Butchko, Butchko and Company. Just say no to shelves below. The closet consultation conversation often begins with the client saying, "And I'd like some shelves for my shoes on the bottom." If you've designed many closets, you've heard this request from a client. Just because you were raised with putting your shoes on the floor underneath the single rod inside your reach-in closet does not mean it's the best practice to employ today. And just because you see it advertised that way does not make it a good idea either. Typical hanging garments average 22 to 24 inches in depth. That means when they are hanging on a hanger inside your closet, they occupy about 2 feet of space. I am willing to bet that not one of you has feet that are 24 inches. I don't even think Shaquille O'Neal has feet that big. So what that means is that if you put shelving underneath hanging, you got to clear your clothing out of the way in order to be able to see what's on that shelf. You're looking down into the darkness to find your black shoes. Makes sense to me. Makes sense finding your shoes as difficult as possible. How about the opposite? Best practice in the closet industry is to bring those shoes right into the light. Pretty high-minded of us, isn't it? Outwardly worshiping shoes in such a way as to allow them prime location in your closet space. Yes, you can put 24-inch deep shelves below your hanging, but if you do that, those shelves should be pull-out shelves, or you'll never remember the items that get pushed to the back on this deep and this shelf that's down so low. Plus, you don't want to put a pull-out shelf down that low. It's kind of going to be in the way. If you want drawers under your hanging, that's an option, but the standard industry drawers are either 14 or 16 inches deep. So your hanging is going to hang out, and not in a cool way, over the standard drawers, and they're going to block your access. It's also a bit more difficult for people who are petite to reach a higher rod once you've elevated that rod up because you want shelves on the bottom or drawers on the bottom. So it's really not a design practice that I ever put into play. It's rare. So either put shelving above a short hang rod or do an entire column or stack or a section of shelves to accommodate any items that you would normally store on a shelf, be it jeans, t-shirts, and yes, even shoes. And how do you keep learning these wonderful insights so that you can become a more effective designer and increase your sales? Well, ta-da! I've got just a solution for you. In addition to my book, How to Design a Walk-in Closet, I've got a course. It's a 3-part, online, on demand, at your own pace course. You get a design guide, great, filled with tips. You get exercises, not the kind that make you sweat, but design exercises. And drum roll, best part, after each session, you schedule an individual coaching session with me so that we can go over the exercises. I can answer any questions. I can help move you along to become the best designer possible. Isn't that the goal? So at the end of this first session, you're going to be able to effectively design a reach-in closet, incorporate the needs of your client, understand how to work around basic obstacles. You're going to know what information to record and which measurements you need to take in order to effectively design a solution for your client. You'll also have an understanding of common industry terms and structures that are utilized in everyday closet design. End of the second session, you're going to be able to effectively design basic walk-in closets, which include as many items as your client wants as possible. It's a real balancing act, and I help you with that. And you're going to have guidelines on the best place to locate things like shoe shelves, drawers, double hang, long hang. End of the third session, you're going to be confident in taking on more complex closet design scenarios, like walk-in closets with obstacles or, budgetary parameters that the developer, builder, or even the client, and you have discussed. So how do you balance great design, what they want, what's on the wish list? They want a Maserati, their budget is a Mazda. How do you balance all that? I'm going to help you figure it out. And how do you get information on all this? Go to my website, butchkoandcompany.com. There's a B2B side, so there are two options when you land on butchkoandcompany.com. Go to Closet Design 101 under the B2B side. You'll see a tab. You can register. You can get your information right away. You can just dive right in as if it was a hot summer day and you needed a refreshing plunge. I am Denise Butchko of Butchko and Company. I'm excited to get to know you, help you with your closet designs, and help you make the most of every space for your clients, because everybody wants more closets and everybody deserves better closets.